Good morning, friends. Ginger here for Moment of Truth. And today we're going to find ourselves in the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 4. And here's what it reads. Oh, I misspoke myself. Verse 3. Likewise, teach the older women to be reverent in the way that they live, not to be slanderers or addicted to much wine, but to teach what is good. So that's the beautiful word of God as we find it in Titus chapter 2. The King James reads a little bit differently. It says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. So this is the King James, and then I've read to you the NIV, and today for the purpose of the study, we're going to be studying the NIV. So in this verse, we're going to come upon a few kind of cool words. The first one is likewise. Whenever we hear the word likewise, we have to say to ourselves, likewise what? Well, if we were to read verses 1 and 2 of Titus 2, which I encourage you to go back and do, you would learn that in this particular case, the Apostle Paul is talking to men. And so he's getting down to verse 3, and it's likewise talking to the older women. So he's saying similar things to the men, and in similar fashion, now he's addressing the older women. So, likewise, teach the older women to be reverent. The word reverent, what a beautiful word. It's a hieroprepris. I can't say it correctly. Anyway, it's an adjective, and it means sacred, holy, set apart. We've studied this kind of word before. If you break down the root of this word, it means Jerusalem, the holy temple, the holy place. And so what Apostle Paul is saying is that their behavior is to be like this, holy, reverent, set apart. And we've learned this not just for women, but for men as well, earlier in our studies together, that this is what we're called to be, holy, even as he is holy. And so here in Titus, we're learning this again. This is an admonition to the women, to the older women, the ones of us who may have gray hair, that we are to be holy. So what a wonderful goal to have, correct? And they have to be not to be slanderers or given to much gossip is another way that another text renders this verse. But the idea is diabolos. Okay, we understand that word, diabolical. You know, it's an adjective and it means devilish, malicious. And the noun part of this word, because it can be an adjective to describe, but it also can be a noun, something that is this, and it's the devil. So we are not to be like the devil. We're not to be devilish and malicious. And then the next verse, or addicted to much wine. The word addicted is doulo, and it means to be enslaved. Well, in this text, we're talking about wine, fermented drink, right? And what we're being encouraged is that as we get older, we're not to be enslaved to wine. But I would take that a step further, and that according to the Word of God, we're not to be enslaved to anything but Christ. And so we're taught here not to be addicted to much wine, but what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to teach what is good. Simple call, huh? But what I find here is just that this interesting part here that we're going to work on being reverent. And there's so many goals that we can have in life, and we beat ourselves up about so many things. We didn't do the diet just right, we didn't eat just right, we didn't read that 15th book in the month, we didn't, there's all sorts of things that we might fall short of, right? But here's what the goal is: to be holy. And if all those things do not bring you to holiness, they're for nothing. So that is all for today. Have a beautiful day, my friends. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.